All right, so here we go on James 1:7. For that man ought to not expect that he will receive anything from the Lord. He goes on from there, but we'll break it at 7. So that man that James is talking about is the doubter, the one who's not looking first to God for the proper application of knowledge or wisdom. Instead, they're looking to the news, they're looking to government, they're looking to mandates, they're looking, wherever else the world is deciding to go. And then they're filtering that knowledge into God's word instead of God's word dictating what the proper application of knowledge should be. So that's those doubters that James is talking about here. Now, how did he get this mind-blowing revelation? The dude grew up with Jesus. So when he's having issues with his girlfriend at school, or he was having issues with one of the guys at school, he could go ask Jesus. He said, now, what should I do about this? And Jesus would pop right in. He said, well, this and this and this would be the proper mode for handling that type of issue. And again, Jesus never put him down. He knows. I mean, he was God. He was younger. And I'm conjecturing what's happening. This isn't out of the Bible, in case you're curious. But again, James grew up with Jesus. So most of these lessons that he talks about, we can all learn at a younger age and then apply it, and that's what he's doing, to our adult stage. So these types of things that you won't be receiving from the Lord, when you're looking at, I want to have a good marriage, God, show me wisdom on how to have a good marriage. So we go to Ephesians 5:22, and it talks about husbands, love your wives, and wives, respect your husbands. And if you are the discriminating person, well, he doesn't deserve that, or she hasn't lived up to her part, so I'm not going to do that. Well, now you're discerning what the proper application of this knowledge is. God's already said, respect your husbands and love your wives. So when you choose that's not what I'm going to do, you are then not going to have that happy marriage that you're asking for. This you're not going to receive from the Lord. So if you're in business and you decide that you want to do some sketchy business practices, same thing. Matthew 16:3, just a side note here. Jesus talking to the Pharisees about how they can discern the weather by what the sun looks like as it goes down at sundown, but they can't figure out what's going on with these spiritual things that Jesus is dropping on them. So again, they are discriminating or doubting, is one of the translations, what Jesus is saying. And he's all like, dude, you guys know all of this stuff. How can you not put these pieces together? Well, it's because they're discriminating versus what type of wisdom or knowledge they want to employ.